Today, guys, I want to take a look at this Pet Wand Pro. It's by Waterpik, and it's a professional grade bathing wand for dogs of all sizes. I was looking for something other than the way I was washing my dogs. I would just turn on the tub water and kind of have it slow, mixing my hot and cold to get the right temperature. And then, you know, you're screwing around, you're trying to hold the dog. And I thought there has to be a better way. It's awkward for the dog and for me doing it. And so I did a Google search for shower heads for dogs. One of them came up with this by Waterpik. And when I looked at some of the features, I thought this thing is pretty cool. Let me give it a try. Alright, so I bought this off of Amazon. And the strange thing is that when I bought this here, I ended up paying $36.86, which is the full amount there. Now it's only $26.82, so I spent $10.04 too much. Well, that's how it is sometimes with Amazon. Sometimes prices go up, sometimes they go down. But anyways, and mine was the 1.8 gallon per minute. So there we are. I guess it's a good deal to buy it now if you're interested. And now on Amazon's website, here you can see some of the technical information. You've got the part number, the weight of the unit, the dimensions, country of origin, item model number. Again, the unit I got, 1.8 gallons per minute. Here you see the included components: a suction cup hanger, shower diverter, outdoor adapter, which the outdoor adapter is basically a garden hose fitting. And you get 8 foot of flexible hose. I'm not sure what that hose is made out of, but it's interesting, the material. And the Waterpik Pet Pro Wand, shower wand, and then an instruction manual. Now, as shown on the box, this is what I really like about it. It says innovative water comb spray, penetrates thick fur for a more effective clean. One-handed operation. That's nice. You can select between the 4 different selections easily. And then you have 2 spray settings. One is the powerful water comb spray and a narrow targeted spray. And again, the extra long 8 foot hose. Really do like that. Your outdoor adapter, which is a garden hose adapter. You get a diverter for installation with a shower head if you're going to use it in your bathtub, your shower, and a suction cup hook for hanging it. And it has a limited lifetime warranty. One thing that I do want to mention, and I should have noticed it more, or maybe they should have just put on the box with a big notation on it, but when I got this in what they call the pause position, because here's the full depth across the water of the wand, here's the other setting with a narrow spray, and then down here, and I didn't catch this, but it does show that it still looks like it's trickling. Well, in the pause, it's supposed to do that. I didn't know, and I called Waterpik, and the guy told me the reason, so that when you've got it on full blast, okay, all the way across, then if you adjust it down here, so what happens is if it's on full and you turn it, it'll go to pause. Then the next setting will go to the narrow spray. The next setting will go back to pause. That the way the gentleman called it, the pause. And the reason it does that, which I thought was very interesting, is he said, we have found that if it were shut off completely, your setting between the hot and cold, once you have that set for the right temperature so you don't scald your dog or burn the dog with something too hot, he says if it were to completely shut it off, he said that hot water could build up, and when you turned it on, it could be too hot. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So again, what I thought was wrong defective, by continuing just a slight stream, and I'll show you when I demonstrate this, it's supposed to do that again, so it doesn't build up too much heat. Very nice. Now this does come packed really nice, and the lid is like glued down, as you can see here. So I took a utility knife and carefully cut on the back side here to open it up. So I didn't want to tear the hell out of the package. And it comes with this clamshell in here to protect it. The directions are really nice. The instructions, it's like a heavy laminated, and it wasn't all beat up. You know, sometimes you'll get something packed and it'll be in there in such a manner that, so this is really nice. Very impressed with the quality of this. And of course everything was wrapped up. Here's two items that I won't be using, but here's that diverter valve they talked about for your shower. This is basically 1/2-inch pipe threads. Pull your shower head off, put this on. The directions show everything. And this would be the hook, so you could hook your thing on it. Your Waterpik head. This is really nice. This is a suction cup. So if you want to hang that up in the shower or somewhere else, really nice. Now, as shown in the instruction manual here, you've got the wand, the 8-foot flexible hose, suction cup, outdoor adapter, which again is your garden hose adapter, and your diverter. So if we take a look, I've already got it on the unit. Okay, now this washer, you want to make sure that washer is on the inside here. So you don't want to lose that. That's what's going to create the seal. So let me keep that in there. Okay, that washer, make sure it's there. And then this is the adapter for your garden hose. Now you'll notice the unit that I got was a 1.8 gallon per minute, and I believe that's what this insert is on the end, that it helps baffle and slow down the flow if you've got a more pressure, depending on the water pressure at your home. This will back it down. Now you've also got a gasket in here, so just make sure that the gasket's in here. And this is going to stay on this unit because I'm going to use this strictly with that type of a faucet with the garden fitting. So let's take a closer look at this. It does swivel, so you can have full control. It won't twist the hose, and it does come apart here. And they have a filter in here and a strainer, or not a filter, they have a gasket. And simply screws on. This has a nice rubberized surface here. Nice firm grip. It's not smooth, or this is smooth. This is rubberized, really nice. Here's that one-hand operation, as you can turn it between the different settings. So you can be watching your dog, you can hold the dog down, and you can flip this clockwise, counterclockwise to select your water settings. And this is what I found really interesting, what I liked about this. You'll see this long arch here on the back side of 2 rows. That's your full, that gives you your full arch of water. And if you want to get into a smaller area or smaller dog, the shorter section of 2 rows gives you that narrow stream of flow. And they've got this up here. I'm assuming maybe that's like a hook if you wanted to hook it or something. But nicely designed. So now looking at that hose, it's you can't collapse it. It's not collapsible to where you can push in on it. So it's got some kind of a coating on it, and I'm not really sure what it is. Now I certainly wouldn't want to bend it and kink it. I don't know what would happen if you really, but you can see that you can go like that with it. But so it's an interesting material. I don't know the composition. So it's really, when you push on it, it's rigid to the point that it's not like a regular rubber hose. It's just got a very slight push to it. Alright, so here you see it in what they call the pause position, and this is what I thought was defective. As you can see, it's continually dripping. And I thought, well, hell, it's not shutting the thing off. But that's the way it's supposed to be, as I stated earlier. The guy from Waterpik was very good. He told me they have found if you don't let it trickle like that, you can get too hot of a temperature when you turn it on then for your dog. So this helps maintain the ratio of the hot to cold that you've set. So now I'll turn it. As you can see, you've got the full spray. So you've got that full path all the way across there. Then I'll hit it again. It'll trickle. Oh, and by the way, this is that bathtub that I reviewed and put up yesterday on my channel. Really like it. So now it's doing its trickle thing. You're ready to proceed with the dog. Now if you turn it on again, you now have the narrow. So if you want to do around the eyes, underneath the chin, the neck, you've got that nice small area. Really love this. Really, really sweet the way that is. Okay, now guys, I happen to have this set up outside just with the code, just for this demonstration. Now I just wanted to mention, obviously, you can turn this right or left, clockwise or counterclockwise. So if you're starting out with your dog, first thing I do is determine which one you want. So if you turn it this way, and you've got the narrow setting, but you want the wide, okay, you can turn either way. What I would do is just remember which direction you got to turn it. So now you've got the trickle, you put your dog in here, get her ready, and then you want the full. I already forgot. So if you wanted the full, you know you have to turn this way. So now you've got the full. Then if you want to shut it off, just go right back the other direction. It's trickled. You're back to full. Then you can turn it one more time, knowing that if you turn it in the same direction, you've got your narrow. So again, any direction. Alright guys, so as I stated, I want to use this in my basement. And you always have on the right your cold, and the left is always your hot. Now I've got 2 of these setups. And this one is the one I'm going to be using when I use this Waterpik. So I've got here two hoses that are just screwed on here, so I can use either the hot or the cold to mix with whatever project or whatever I'm doing. And so what I'm going to do is I need to make a mixing valve so that I can mix the hot and cold to get the proper temperature. And so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So if you have a setup like this where you're in your basement and you want to do something to where you can use this, and you've got to mix them, okay, just like you would in your shower or in your kitchen, then I'm going to show you what I did to do this. So okay guys, this is that diverter valve that I'm making, or that I've made, to use down in the basement. Again, this will be the cold side, this will be the hot side. They'll come together, and I made these 12 inches long. There's a reason for that. I could have gone shorter, whatever application you want to use. Then it comes down into this, but I got this at Lowe's. These are really nice. I use some of these outside, really love them. So they get adapted down into this. They turn on and off. That's off. That's on. Obviously, anytime you have a handle going into the flow, it's on. This is against the flow, so it's off. And then it goes down into a longer hose that I made. I wanted it to be longer, and it comes into this kind of a fitting. Now, to be clear, the way I'm doing it is going to cost more with all the adapters and such that I'm using, and the turning on and off unit. But here's another way you could do it for $10. I got this hose. I'm sure you can get it anywhere. I happen to pick this one up at Home Depot. They call it a Y mixing hose, 3/4 inch female hose threads. Again, this would go to cold, this would go to hot. It comes together. Then you have that kind of a male fitting down there, and then you could adapt that. Well, then you could actually screw your unit right into here directly. And that would work fine if you're going to be close to the your faucets, your handles. Again, I'm doing mine because I've got something that I want to be further away from, but yet I need to have the valve close. So that's why I'm spending the extra time to do it my way. So for $10, you could use something as simple as this. It would work just fine. Alright, and to accomplish this, you'll need this, which I bought from Lowe's. These are really nice. Okay, this was $10. And that would go like you see in this position here. So you need one of these. Then you have to have two of these brass female. Now these are all garden. These are garden threads, okay, not 3/4 inch pipe. 3/4 inch garden threads are different. You need two of those up here. They'll go on like this. That then allows you to use that's got a 5/8 barb. Take your 5/8 hose, you put that on there. Then on the other end, you're going to need the two of these. Now, two more. Now you could go brass. I went with the nylon. Okay, so you'd have that here and here. I just went with the nylon that I would screw and unscrew all the time from the basement fitting. And then down here you'll need two, because you're going to need one down here and one on the other end. This is a male 3/4 inch garden hose thread to 5/8 barb. So this is your female 3/4 inch hose to 5/8 barb fittings. You're also going to need 6 hose clamps to do this, and the size on here, it says, where was it? I think this was in millimeter. Yeah, it says diameter 11 to 25 millimeters. Won't be able to see that, but it says diameter 11 to 25 millimeters. You want a small one so that you don't want a whole lot of this sticking over when you put this on. So you want just very little sticking out there. So that will make this unit up, and it works really great. Now as to your 5/8 garden hose, you'll cut that to the length to suit as required for your needs. Now, as you recall, this adapter to use with garden hose, they call this an outdoor adapter. Again, garden hose, 3/4 inch garden hose, female threads. And if we take a look, this is a coupler, 3/4 by 3/4 male threads. So that goes on like that. Okay, so those are garden threads. Not to be confused with 3/4 inch pipe threads. They're different. The pitch is different. And then this is 1/2 inch pipe thread. So when you take a look at this adapter for your shower head, this is pipe threads right there. So that's why that would screw on like that. This would be up on your shower head. So that's why you have that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the Waterpik wand directly to this and keep it attached. And so this is the other end of that arrangement, that across the adapter that I made, so that you can use this in your basement when you have two separate hot and colds. So here's what I'm going to do. When I'm using this, this will be attached to the Waterpik wand. This is going to stay permanently attached right here. I'm not going to take that off. What I am going to do is separate it from here, because this is very easy. You just turn this and this will come apart. So now it's going to be brass against brass. I don't want to keep loosening up plastic against brass, okay? I couldn't at the time find a nylon barb fitting here, but it doesn't really matter, because I still, even if I had nylon, I still don't want to keep taking this on and off. So attached to the Waterpik wand will be this length of hose right here. When I want to use it, screw it back on. Very simple, and you're in business. I thought I would show you this just for the heck of it. This also is a adapter that goes from 3/4 inch garden to 1/2 inch pipe threads. You'll note that, of course, obviously this is brass, this is your plastic, but notice how the wall is thicker on this one, and we have that insert, which, as I stated earlier, is what's going to help reduce the water flow down to the 1.8 gallons per minute, irregardless of what you've got pushing against this. Where this doesn't. If I were to use this, I'd get the full flow of the water, or at least a whole hell of a lot more flow. Because look at the opening diameter. Look at that. This is throttled down. This is a much wider bore here. So I just thought it'd be interesting to show that. Alright guys, so I'm down in my basement right now. Got it set up, and I'm noticing something, that if you turn this, as you turn this just slightly, you can actually control to even a greater extent. Just tweak it a little bit. So if you really want that, look at that. See there? Yeah, that's really nice. And mixing this with the hot and cold with this trickle works great. Now here we have all of them, the whole full length. You see how you can control that? So there's full bore. Then back it off a little bit. Yeah, really nice. So, let me bring down one of my dogs. We're going to give this thing a try. And as I said, this really does hold the temperature. I set it to what I wanted. I had it shut off for several minutes, turned it back on, and it's perfect. Alright guys, so I did that review of that table. I've got my, here you can see over here, I've got my towel on the holder that I put on it yesterday, that Paul Best tub. I've got my little Charlie here. Stay right here, little Charlie. And we're going to give her a try with this water, see how it works. So, just for the heck of it, I'm going to check. I'm going to turn it on slow. Well, I want the other. And yes, the temperature's fine. Just wanted to double check. So now, I'm going to start this. I'm going to start it slow off of her. And then, come here, little Charlie. Now, hang on. As you can see, well, I'm not going to put any soap. I just want to try it this way. Charlie, get down a second. Get down. There you go. So look at that. Okay. Then I can go more full bore. If I really want to clean out the suds, this will be good for once you got them lathered up. This is your trickle. Now we've got, so for my small dogs, the other setting would be fine. This is too much for my little dog. So, and then, as I said, as you can adjust this, Charlie, come here, little one. This is so nice because I can get right around the head. I can get underneath of her neck, do all this, where in a bathtub, you just don't have this control. Look at this. Little Charlie, how you doing? She says, I don't like this at all. So look at that. Look how good this is. See there? Nice and casual. I can get up under them. So much easier than flipping the dog upside down. I mean, it was a circus act. So, Charlie, she's going to get a treat after this. Alright, so let me shut it off. And Charlie did a great job. Gonna grab my towel at the ready. I can get her semi-dried off before I take her out. Again, I really love this tub. This is excellent. So I'm gonna plug that, what I did yesterday. And I'm going to tell you guys, this is really it right here. Love the Waterpik Pro. Excellent. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know Charlie probably won't. Charlie!